I am trying to make sure that my microphone is correct. So,
Sounds good here.
Okay, cool.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, and it's just it's a higher end. It's a high end mic. So I was just checking.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, I was tapping it to test it,
We
and
can
then I
tell.
realized that it probably. I was like, that probably popped super loud.
It didn't. It was a thunk thunk. So that is a pretty good filter.
Yeah.
Sounded like a drum snare, but like from a solid distance.
Can you guys understand me all right?
It's not great, but it's not bad. And then no, I didn't call Colton because I don't have his phone number. That's not a thing I do. Maybe I do. Let me check.
I do.
Call. See. Oh, I do.
I would assume he would have given us a considerable number of us his number before he left. Because I know we exchanged numbers.
I'm just trying to like write
What's up,
out.
Colton? Are you coming? Yep. Nifty.
Is Colton talking? Oh, you're on the.
No, you're totally good. Totally good. I just got on. We haven't started anything yet. I'm like, opening up all of my windows and all of my reference stuff, and so you're good. Cool. See you in a few then. He forgot it was earlier tonight. As opposed to last week when we played at like 8:30.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I need to open this map. Yes. This is the version of the map I wanted. That's exciting.
And I believe you did get my. I did send you that. Let me double check. I think I did. I sent you the image of my new stats, and then the
yes.
God, I cannot talk. The Excel, and then the app version. Which, if either of those are too small, I think if you open them. Like, if you right-click and open link, it shows it larger in Chrome.
Cool. Yeah, no, I saved everybody's character sheets that they sent me.
That's what I figured.
So, yeah.
I just didn't know if you could blow it up or if it saved it as well.
And then I want this one down there. I am so stoked to get a new monitor in a couple of days.
I mean, I finally got my paycheck, and I'm just happy for that.
There you go.
I almost won a 55-inch flat screen the other day.
Oh, dang.
How much is almost?
Like, in a raffle, it was the one number above me.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Like, they called the numbers around me like 3 times.
That is painful.
I was just about to scream in my seat.
Okay. Let's see here. And then this one.
I actually just came across a D&D meme, which I find quite funny. DM, you triggered a trap. Make a saving throw. Player rose poorly. I failed. What happens? Roll 3d6. 8. Roll again. wins his 14. Ooh, roll one more time. Player picks up dice, freezes. Oh man, I'm rolling for a new character, aren't I?
That's good. I like that.
I like that you were on the ball on that one. That made it so much better.
I had no idea what was going on.
So the player triggered a trap and instantly died, but the DM didn't tell him that. He was having him roll for a saving throw, but he was really just having him roll to make a new character. He was rolling for his stats.
That's awesome.
And then the player figured it out.
Stuff. Oh, that can get moved.
Oh, that's great.
To exclusively lore stuff. Yes, that's where it's gonna go. Yep. Move there.
Congratulations to me, because I just put a meme in the recording.
Right, you are recording this.
I am.
Hi, YouTube.
If it makes
Hi,
you feel
Mom.
better, I think that was very hard for them to understand, but I think they'll understand what you said.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Should I do should I do some sort of like Dwarven voice, like, "Hello, YouTube"?
Honestly, you're easier to understand by doing that, so I don't think anything's wrong with that.
I'm not going to require anybody to do anything, but like, I like to do like an in-character voice.
My name is Torin Touchstone. Torchstone, not Touchstone.
Nah,
Torchstone.
I'll touch your stone.
Rosetta Stone?
Ooh. Some like deep bellowing dwarven laugh. Oh.
Well, I feel like that's just gonna make me look like shit, because if everyone else is and I don't have one.
No, that's fine.
Oh, Colby's online. Never mind, I'm good.
Hey.
For context, Ken, Colton and I were very out of character, but assuming that you actually watched the recording, then you should probably know that.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I never watched the recordings.
I didn't think you did. That was a jab, actually, more than anything.
Okay.
Like, I really wanted to.
Is everybody ready?
I think so.
Colby,
One
welcome.
second. 1 second, I forgot. Actually, wait. I'll just use the chat. Never mind. I don't have my dice with me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll just use the chat.
Yeah, Tugboat. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have told you that I had dice either, and then maybe we all would have gotten a pretty set.
I mean, Ken, I haven't ever bought anything for Ken, and I know I haven't bought much of anything for you either, but
I don't expect you to. I mean,
yeah.
I'm almost done with them though. I sent a message to Marcy. Basically, I'm going to send Tyler home with a few small packages. And
Okay.
it's the same present for everyone, but I think you guys will like it because I had to make it from scratch. And
I didn't hear any of that. Mine completely cut out.
Okay. I was sending Tyler home with a package
Okay.
of small presents, and they're all the same present, but I'm making them for all you guys there. And keyword is making them. I had to make them, and it is a bitch, but I think you guys will like it.
Cool. I hope my end doesn't keep doing that. Yeah, so if you guys want to, you can do like or anything, just like I know that we introduced the characters in the last session, but now Ken is here. So what I'm thinking is name, class, race, basic boiled down version of the background story, trying to keep it in under 1 minute, so that everybody has an idea of who each other's characters are, and then we will go from there.
All right.
Okay.
Colton, go ahead and start because I have to look something up real quick.
All right, so my character is Brave LaFay, and essentially his backstory is he's a ranger and is also a half elf. And his backstory is used to be from a hunting village near the ocean, ended up getting messed up real bad, and his family went missing. Now he's on the look for them. And that's it.
What's his first name?
What's the inspiration?
What's
First
his first
name.
name?
Every time. First name.
Oh, first name? Brave.
Yes. You might want to spell it.
Breiv.
Brave.
Brave. Yeah.
Brave.
It's actually a pretty solid elfish name.
Thank
Wait,
you.
is the last letter of like V as in Victor, or
Yeah.
B as in boy?
V. Victor.
As in Victor.
Oh, see, I did not catch that last section. I kept thinking.
Brave.
I kept thinking burb.
My name's Brave.
He is burb
Like whenever
backwards.
you're telling somebody your name, it's just like you're trying to
Burb.
bark at them.
Next.
Did you have an alignment, Colton, by chance? Because I didn't understand what alignment was until Ken did his. I'm like, I feel so stupid now.
Shoot, I need to load the page back up, but I think it's like chaotic good or something like that.
Okay.
It's like Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it. I'm gonna say I'm probably either true neutral, true neutral. I'm gonna say true neutral. Mine is Kyle Smith. He is a human from Megger. Basically, his parents were brutally murdered in the city when he was a kid, and he doesn't like people because of it from that city. So he lives in the forest and does that for a living, and he is a rogue who is pretty good at his job. Was there anything I missed? Hello? Hello? Shit. I wonder if that's my end.
And he's back.
Hello. Can
Hello again, sir.
So what all was caught, what all was missed?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle Smith, true neutral, human from Megger. Basically his parents were brutally murdered in the city when he was a kid, so he doesn't really like the locals, so he lives in the forest. He's a rogue and does that and hunts for a living. Anything I missed?
Nope, that sounds about right.
Okay. And that leaves
Well,
Ken.
And Kenny?
I am Torin Touchstone, or Torchstone. Oh gosh, I'm gonna make that mistake so much.
We murdered him.
Done, killed it. Edit that out. My name is Torin Torchstone.
There's no editing.
I had a pretty happy childhood, honestly. Like none of my parents died. I was raised in a pretty good home in the mountains, and then one day when the family heirloom of the Torchstone Mall was being passed down, my father disappeared in like broad daylight, like just absolutely gone. And so most of my clan split up searching for him, and now I'm here.
Always split the party, Tugboat.
No.
But we'll move so much faster as a single unit.
No.
No.
I'm sorry, what? I don't understand.
It's a bad D&D meme. Bad meme. Don't do it. Don't split the party. Okay, so
Sorry, you cut out there for a second. Did you say do split the party? No.
Colton.
That's what happened.
So we
kidding.
need to fight.
It's
That's what this
entirely
is.
plausible that he's not lying.
Yeah, I know. It's entirely plausible. Oh, my soda's spilling over. Why must you be like this? So, as a recap from last session, Brave and Kyle both woke up in the dungeon, and they had no idea how they got there. They made their way out of the dungeon, very nearly dying in the process. And
a flesh wound.
they are presently on their way to the headquarters of a group known as the Hand in Whistlereth. And the group that captured them, it turns out, was a cult that goes by the Black Rose. And in passing mention, where is... Hold on, I have to find my note here with his name, because I keep forgetting the name. Yeah, deity. Session
Tareth,
1.
right?
Tareth, yes. Very good. So the Black Rose, something about a ritual attempting to manifest a otherwise forgotten deity known as Tareth. So they left. They are on their way to Whistlereth. From the time that you left until you stopped to camp for the night, you made it, I think it was 4 hours, about 12 miles. And I don't think I actually linked you guys the map, but...
I think you did, but it very much got buried.
No, that's fine. You made it very nearly to this crossroads, and then you stopped to camp. You were about half a mile out from the camp. So that is where we pick up, is you guys stop to camp for the night, which is a long rest, so you guys get fully restored in health. You are all the way back up to full. So after you wake up from camp, you find that Harry has already prepared a breakfast for you that he forged together from when he got up and did his morning rituals and spent some time in prayer. And he gathered together a breakfast because you guys did not have the time to get real food on your way out. What would you guys like to do?
No,
No, I'm not in here just yet.
Yeah, you're not in here quite yet.
No.
Okay.
Oh, so quick
be
recap for clarification. So
Yes.
does Colton have his own B story while we're doing this, or is he just meeting up with us later and we just find him kind of thing?
Ken will have his own introduction. He will be very soon.
Okay.
I mean, soon is relative depending on when you get to where I have placed him. But
I take a nap.
take it, Kyle.
Start A. By the way, I jumped to the pinned message. I got your link just now. I reposted it.
Oh, to the map with
To the
where
map,
you guys
yeah.
went.
Yep. So that's all there now. All right. Well.
Oh, okay. So this doesn't have the where you guys have traveled to so far.
No, that's just your original map.
That's fine. So if you were to look at it, you could see Whistlereth, and if you follow the road northwest, you guys are like a quarter mile from where the road intersects with the road from Boziat. But that's only if you guys want to actually look at that. So,
1 second, I want to take a look.
I mean, you don't have to. That's just information.
So
So
where are we going?
you are, well, if you're following Ares' lead, you're headed south on the road to Whistlereath. It'll be more southeast, but you still have several miles to go.
There it is. Okay.
Each pixel of that map is a quarter mile, so.
Oh. Look at you to scale and everything.
I did a whole lot of math for this.
I know you did. I remember your draft and how off it was when you realized that each house was like 5 miles long.
It was obscene. Those houses were huge. Yeah. So, since you guys are generally pretty new, and this is like kind of a role-playing section, I'll throw out some options for you. You can investigate the area. You can just pack up camp and keep pressing on to Whistlereath. You could sit around and converse with each other. You can do basically whatever. But so those are some thoughts.
Okay. Well, we can either talk to... God, I can never pronounce his... What's his name?
Airy?
Airy. Well, we could ask him more information. We could press on. As far as towns, I mean, the city of Magra is probably the closest one, huh? Which is backtracking, right?
Boziat is the city, is the capital city. And I mean, technically, I think the village of Polrest would be the closest village. But you know, that's actually not even on that map. That is something I've penciled in on a different map. So that would be several miles, like almost a full day of travel back north.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll ignore that last thought. What do you think, Colton?
I say let's pack up camp and start moving along.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Solid.
I'm trying to open this map, and it only wants to do it in Google Docs.
I see.
Yeah,
there should be an option to open with, and
or
you can
Pixlr and Pixlr Express, which I went that route and I didn't like that route.
Huh. I've never bothered with it because mostly I've just uploaded stuff for people to look at. So this map doesn't have a particular amount of detail, but so you guys pack up camp, and Ari sets you guys on the right direction, heading southeast. And about half a mile later, you come across the Crossroads Tavern, which, I mean, you guys didn't know it was there, but if you had gone a little bit farther, but I just kind of stopped, so because you guys didn't define anything, so I just traveled you until it was evening, and then camped you there.
Okay.
So about half a mile farther, you come across Crossroads Tavern. It has just the sign on the front of the building, and it is a relatively large inn tavern, just off of where the road west meets with the road heading from Boziat to Whistler. Outside boasts a decent stable for horses, a large garden with fresh vegetables growing, several people tending the gardens, and it is on just the southwest side of the road, there is a pasture and barn for the local inn and tavern animals. Yep.
Is there a nearby bar?
the Crossroads Tavern has a bar.
Okay. I say we go there and look around.
You
Yeah.
just want to pop in?
Yes, something like that.
Cool. So, you roll inside. Inside is modestly decorated. It's mostly wood and stone. The tables are, they're like bench tables. There's a few rows of them. A couple of floor tables and a bar. Behind the bar is a kind of a large human, and he is clearly the bartender, and he's kind of polishing the table or the bar and talking to an elf. Yeah.
Well, Colton, I made the last decision.
You meant okay, yeah. I say, or at least Brave will stroll up to the bar and sit at the bar, and listening to the conversation while waiting for a drink. Yeah.
So,
how busy is it?
it's decently busy. There are about 20 or 25 people in the tavern, including one barmaid and the barkeeper.
Okay.
So the large man kind of sidles down the bar and says, what can I get for you, friend?
One of the whiskey, not the best, but cheapest if possible.
At just after sunrise? I mean, if that's what you want.
He has a hard life.
Just water. Yeah.
Did I
Just water?
Just the water.
Okay. He turns around, pulls a glass down, fills it, grabs his pump and pumps some water into the cup, hands it to you.
Woo!
Sorry, I'm still laughing at the this time in the morning joke. That's a nice attention to detail. Good job.
Yep.
Since he sat down, I'm going to go sit down off to the side somewhere where I would not be very noticeable, and I analyze the people in the room.
Okay. Hold on, let me do you. Okay. So, at a passive perception of 13, you look around the room, you see some mostly merchants. A few of the people in the tavern are mercenaries, most likely hired on to travel with the merchants. The difference is obvious in the clothing and at the fact that the mercenaries tend to keep weapons at their sides as opposed to the merchants who are dressed in slightly finer clothing and not carrying obvious weapons.
Okay.
They're
you can
not
tell that I'm looking for a mark.
What?
I said you can easily tell that I'm looking for a mark based on my prompts.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit and wait for now.
Cool. That's fine with me.
Right.
Colton, anything?
Yeah. I want to observe the elf at the bar as well.
Okay.
What they're doing.
He's just talking to the bartender. They are, it's it's pretty obvious just from looking at them that they are friendly. That they are friends. The barkeeper and
Nope. Fuck.
hello.
Yeah, my bad. Hit the wrong button.
Yeah, you called me.
I did. It's not what I wanted to do.
It's all good. Yeah, so the elf and the bartender are very clearly friends.
That's all I can get off of them. Or
I
see
mean,
off them.
yeah, that's
All right.
it's like 8:30 in the morning. So they're just kind of chatting. The guess would be that most of these merchants probably spent a night in the tavern or in the inn, or arrived very early that morning, and they're having breakfast and getting ready to head out. So this elf is a little bit out of place because he seems like he's not going anywhere or coming from anywhere. He's just kind of hanging out at the moment.
Okay.
I'm
Then,
guessing that moves to me, or is he still going?
I mean, you guys aren't taking turns. You guys are just,
Well,
you know,
just doing
Yeah,
First
you're
talking, yes.
just existing in the habitat right now. It's not turn-based right now.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you could go over and slap him for anybody cares, and then run away.
I know we're
and-
not together. I just meant I didn't know if Colton was still doing stuff or not.
I gotcha.
Yeah. You go ahead and do stuff, Kelsey.
I'm going to just eavesdrop for now and see if I pick up anything of interest.
You sneaky scum.
I am scum.
Who are you eavesdropping on?
Whatever floats my boat.
So are you
It's a good
okay? Are
pun.
you eavesdropping to like the merchants closest to you? Are you trying to eavesdrop on the conversation between the elf and the barkeeper?
The merchants that are closest to
The
me.
merchants. Okay. Roll me a investigation check.
That's gonna be 20, right?
Yeah.
All
A
checks are
20,
20, right?
and then yeah,
Okay.
and then you add your intelligence modifier.
Okay. 12 intelligence, so 16. Sorry, that's my save. So 14, right? Yeah, 14.
Unless you're proficient in it, you just add your modifier.
I was looking at the save
So-
because that was something that I wasn't looking at before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's not a save.
Yeah.
So the merchants aren't talking particularly quietly. They're just discussing the state of the roads. Most of it seems pretty positive. The lull in the war has continued to improve the travel ability of the merchants. There is talk of a group of bandits on the road into Boziat.
All right. Well, rinse and repeat. I'm just gonna stay here for now.
Cool.
All right.
And Colton, you're just sitting at the bar drinking water?
Yeah, that's about it at the moment.
Okay, well, Ari did not join you guys. He is standing outside enjoying the morning air. So he's not doing anything of interest either. So, I mean, you guys can sit here all you want, but
Right.
But there is a dwarf that's looking for adventure.
What?
Is Ken in the bar? Or is he
No.
still later to come? He is in the bar. Okay.
he is not in the bar.
He's not in the bar. Okay. That I
Well,
didn't catch
what
that.
are we doing at the bar then?
You would notice if Torin was in a bar.
That is very true. But again, it's 8 in the morning, so I was gonna ask for the sake of my perception check to see if there was
Gotcha.
a
No,
dwarf in here at all.
Torin is not in the bar.
Okay.
Not that you have any idea who Torin is,
No, I
but-
know.
but he is not in the bar.
Well, rather,
I will just tell you that right out.
I'm gonna say that we press on because it is
Yeah.
8 in the morning. They definitely all have guards. There's no pickpocketing I'm probably going to do. Although if I did bump into someone on my way out, what all do I check and roll and stuff for?
So you would be rolling a sleight of hand check, and I would be rolling, I would be rolling against you.
Okay, and how does that work? Is math deduction or just whoever gets higher?
I would say whoever gets higher,
Okay.
which means I need to figure out what perception bonuses a merchant would have.
So, and since they do have bodyguards, would I also be rolling against that? Or because it's a bump, would that...
Oh, okay. I would say that because of the time in the morning and the fact that this tavern is a pretty friendly place, that most of these mercenaries would be off of their particular guard and not really watching the merchants. However, at this moment in time, there aren't really any people just standing around, so everybody is at a seat. So,
I'm
It's
going
tempting,
to
but
jump
it
in
comes with
for real quick.
complications.
I'm going to jump in for just a second. Kelso, what's your guy's name again?
Kyle?
Not Kyle.
Yes.
Boring.
Well, I am a human, so yes. Boring indeed. My
Human
parents were
thief?
murdered. That's all the intrigue a thief like me needs, all right?
Human. What's your class?
Rogue.
he's a rogue.
I am very much a rogue.
Yeah.
And then my subclass is, what is it, Wanderer? No, Outlander.
That's your background. That's not a
Background,
subclass.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I said
Cool.
subclass.
So
'cause,
you
like, every
guys-
subrace
you guys are
would
pressing
definitely
on?
be
Yeah. I'll
I'm
call the bartender over, ask him how much the drink was, and then
Friend, it was water. I don't charge for water.
wow, that's amazing. Thank you.
It's not every day, Colton.
3 glasses.
He kind of looks over to his elf friend and mutters, "What kind of place is he from that they would charge for water?"
Not a very kind place, that's for sure.
Apparently.
Okay, I'm going to lightly pickpocket as I stumble into someone's chair on my way out because I'm clearly, quote unquote, not looking where I'm going.
I just stabbed myself in the butt.
Okay. Go for it. Roll your sleight of hand check.
Come on, nat 20.
Natty
Fuck.
20.
What did you roll?
Critical fail.
Thankfully, I have a +6, so I rolled a 15.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
I rolled a 9. Thank you, +6.
Okay.
I'm not really looking for anything in particular, just more of feeling if there's anything of interest in
So
grabbing it. On the way.
15.
15, correct.
my boy, the merchant slaps your hand and says, "Keep your filthy paws to yourself."
Okay, that panned out better than I thought it would.
And the mercenary that is at his table puts his hand on his sword and then just is like, move along, pal. Because you didn't get particularly close to his pocket with your hand. Like as you were stumbling, he just kind of slapped it. Get out of here with that crap.
Pretty solid perception check.
Yeah, he rolled a 17.
Oh, jeez.
He doesn't have any bonuses. That was a fat 17.
Dang. I mean,
Okay.
I would consider that pretty close too, other than the fact that I rolled a 9, but that's not the point.
Yeah. Okay.
I
guys-
mildly apologize, feigning innocence, and walk away with my tail between my legs and act like nothing happened.
I mean, you're not really deceiving him at all with that. He saw your hand coming and smacked it out, so he is not convinced whatsoever that it was any flavor of accident.
You're going to
Not on their guard, my ass.
Well,
Okay, well,
the
I move
mercenary-
along either way. Colton's leaving, so I'm following.
Yeah. Okay. To take into consideration, you had to be walking up towards him, so he probably looked over and saw you coming,
That's fair.
and then you just stumbled into him, and he's just like,
Well, the idea was
"I've
that
seen
my
this
legs
trick
slipped on the
way
leg of
too
the
many
chair.
times before." Okay.
He is a merchant.
Continuing
I'm sure he
on.
gets it a lot. That, the time in the morning, and the fact that, again, he was sitting down, but I went for it anyway.
Yeah. So you guys head outside, and Ari is just kind of chilling out on one of the benches outside, with his prayer book on his lap. Probably was praying to well, likely all four gods, but yeah.
Ooh.
Let's see. So you guys continue on the road, and what did I calculate? It was 7 hours of walking.
Ugh.
You guys finally make it to Whistlereth. It is now, what would that be? It's now mid-afternoon, and you guys are walking into the town. So, as you come around the last bend in the road, the trees clear, revealing a very appealing rural type of city area. Very appropriate for the seat of the Council of Lunea. The main road leads through an almost village-feeling housing district, and then it leads straight into the market district, where it does begin to feel more big city. And just so you guys are aware, the market district borders the political district on the northwest side, reaching out to the waters of Lake Lunea. The townspeople are friendly folk, and Ari seems very familiar with many of them, and they fond of him. And as you guys are heading into the market district, you hear some shouting a little further along. And it's right along the main road, just around a little bit of a bend. And as you guys come around the bend, out of a door, simply labeled pub, a dwarf is physically thrown out of the door, his pack jostling. And the bartender, a large half-orc, kind of pale skin, but he has kind of some slightly orcish features about him, not just his size and brute strength. He shouts, "And don't you ever come back in here!" Torrent, you just landed on the ground.
Oh! Somebody give me a hand.
I move to give him a hand and analyze his items as I hand them to him. I'm just analyzing right now. I don't have to roll for that.
Yeah, so I mean, passively, you notice that strapped to his pack is just a great axe, and or not a great axe, but like no, it is a great axe.
It
right?
is a great
You do
axe.
have
Yeah.
a great axe. Yeah.
It's just a
And
battle
then
axe.
You said great axe. That's why.
you had said great axe, yeah, but whatever. It's
I don't.
It's all good.
I don't know a difference, so whatever. Yeah.
Great axes are generally a little stronger, but whatever. We'll bleh. I'll just roll. I can't say roll.
It's okay. I've been like that today and last time.
Yeah. So
I am slurring
Ari actually sees you and recognizes you pretty much right off the bat. And now I have to remember what voice I used for Ari. Oh, hello, friend. It is good to see you, Torrent.
Hey, been a long time, my friend. How's it going?
It has indeed. How goes the quest looking for your father?
It seems we get closer every day, but still not a sign of him.
That is truly terrible. My time with the Black Rose was cut a little bit short. I still am not unconvinced that the Black Rose was not the people that took your father, but if he is gone, then it may be too late.
Yeah. We'll search till we know his last breath is gone.
Absolutely. Speaking of searching, I wanted to invite you, and I am so glad that the gods blessed me with the time to speak with you today. I wanted to invite you with me and these travelers. I have Kyle and Brave. We are headed to the headquarters. Do you want to come with us?
Of course. Anything for adventure.
Anything for an adventure. Perfect.
So I walk up to Brave. I'm like,
Brave.
Hello, Brave. Name's Torin. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too, sir.
And I just immediately ignore him and walk over to Kyle and like, name's Torin. Good to meet you.
You already said my name, so I just nodded him. I don't know if you read that message or not, Tugboat. Just so you know.
That I do not like orcs. Yeah, no, I knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ari continues to lead you guys through the district, down a couple of winding streets and into an alleyway, and he leads you through an unassuming door in the back end of a building labeled Staff Only. You go down one flight of stairs into a basement office, and a female half-elf receptionist sees you guys and gestures Ari, and only Ari, into the room behind her. The room is cozy with a small fireplace on one wall, and the opposite wall has a bookshelf, and there's a couple of paintings and a map of Arturia, and on the map are a couple of pins, but I mean, you guys would have not a clue as to what they're for.
And I'm assuming we're all familiar with the general map and layout of the.
Right.
Yeah, because it's it's a general map. We would understand where we're from and stuff.
Exactly.
I'm going to look at the books and see what's there.
So, I actually prepared this.
This one says book.
On the bookshelf is just a whole mess of really common books, and mostly they seem to deal with religion, including Percival's Study Guide to Modern Pyrianism, Root and Origin of Modern Pyrianism, presented by Ygritte.
Pyrianism, that's fire wielding?
That is the Pyrianism is the main human religion of Arturia.
Oh, okay. I was thinking pyre, and I was going off of that.
Right. I actually have. I should link it to you guys, but I'm not finished with it, so you guys would have to check back on it to continue learning. But I have a kind of a breakdown of religion in Arturia. So, and it's mostly human religion right now. I've gotten everything else. And then it has the bookshelf also has a human's introduction to the Forge Gods, and then Dragons as Gods, a brief perspective on the modern drow and how to approach a dragon priest. And so those are the theme of the books that are on that shelf. They're almost entirely religion and religious based. Couple of political books, and including like a book on the state of the war, and a book titled "The Frail Peace" that was released last year, and was a Whistlerief bestseller. So
whose phone is that though? It's like right next to their mic.
I think
Mine.
Colton is using his phone
that'd be
for
me.
Discord.
That's why. It's because it is his mic.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I just hear
Yeah.
extremely
little
loud.
loud.
Hey, I'm gonna run out real quick. Sorry, I got food here that I need to eat. So
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah, so-
political, religious, and there was a book about dragons and a book about foraging.
Forge Gods. That
Forge.
is, yeah, that's specifically in reference to the dwarvish gods.
Oh.
Look at
Um,
look at you. You get something right off the bat. How good for you. I'm gonna read the one about dragons because nothing else is really interesting.
okay.
I should-
So I don't know if you and Ken are interested at all in having me read out my lore dump on drow religion, but I could send you
you
some
don't-
basic
you
premise
don't need to read
content
for
of
5
what
hours,
is
that
in
would-
it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. If I read a book, I don't actually want to read a book. I just want to like get the main summary of it.
Okay, so
Or whatever information
Dragon-
you would glean at least. I
yeah,
would think.
Dragons as Gods. That's the main title of it. Is a book on the dark elf, on a dark elf subculture religion. It talks about it has a like brief. It says a brief perspective on the modern drow, how to approach a dragon priest. So some of the
I thought this
drow
book was actually about
elves.
dragons.
No, it's actually
It's
a
still
book
religious
about.
book. I feel
Yeah,
bamboozled.
Well, yeah, the title is Dragons as Gods,
Huh.
and it talks about a subsect of dark elf religion.
That's fine. They know magic, and I'm interested in that.
And it talks about how they split off from what are called the Deep Drow, and how they live up in main Arturia in some of the mountains that are not inhabited by dwarves, serving dragons.
Dwarves live in mountains?
What?
Yes, dwarves live in
Then
mountains.
what? Dwarves live in mountains?
Yeah, but in some of the mountains that the dwarves don't live in,
Oh.
are inhabited by dragons, And some of those dragons are considered gods by the Dark Elves. So they serve those dragons, and dragon priests sometimes will go out and attempt to like collect treasure and whatnot to increase their dragon god's hoard.
Huh.
Hordes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I'm looking to do maybe a little bit of theocide later on.
Later on, maybe, yeah.
I didn't catch what he said. He's
Could
looking
take
to
on
what?
a dragon at this moment.
Oh, he's looking to fight a dragon later?
Yeah,
Uh,
deicide.
ah.
Maybe later, but yeah, you
No,
guys.
Feeling about sounds
Never
fun.
know.
Now with my battle axe, like +5, I have 13 armor. Dude, I am going down.
Yeah, that 13 armor class would save you from nothing.
I would get wrecked by a sneeze.
Especially because most of the dragons that would be as gods are ancient dragons, which are like the strongest of the dragon
Strong.
like subsets. So that because they've been around for a long time, and they're catered to by the dark elves. So not only would you be fighting a dragon, an ancient dragon, you would be fighting like an army of zealous dragon priest elves.
Yeah,
Seems legit.
and you know what really sucks about like legendary beasts?
Oh, it's
If they
awesome.
have a fail on any attack, they can choose not or choose to succeed on anything.
Yeah, I know that they have legendary actions and legendary resistances and like in side note because Colton's not back yet.
Oh no, I am.
Oh, you are. You're
That's
here.
what that fumbling was, yeah.
Got it. So okay, well, in that case,
I also just have enough charge to actually use my phone again. So I opened up the app and I realized I still have a mace that I've been needing to sell.
oh yeah. But you guys are chilling in the office, like the reception office.
Yeah.
So you guys can use this time to figure out better how your characters interact, or you can stand broodingly in a corner, I guess.
I
But
feel called out. Stop that. I look over to
So,
the midget
Kyle.
and say, "What's your deal?"
Did you just call me a midget?
fight.
Out of
Fight.
character, yes,
Fight.
but that's not the
Fight.
point.
Hold on. Y'all.
Out of character, I said you were midgets.
Oh.
I said I look over to the midget. I wouldn't be sitting there. I'm gonna look at the midget to my left. Yo, what's up, dude?
Yo, what's up, dwarf?
Who are you
That's why it
dictating
helps
to?
to
What
have
are you doing?
character voices.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a survival for him. It's a critical fail. I'm sorry. -12.
Listen
Oof.
here, my leather armor will destroy yours.
Okay.
Anyway, so Torin, being a young good dwarf, looks over to Kyle and says, "Hey, so what's your story, human?"
You didn't answer my question at all.
What's your story? No, what's your story?
Listen here, Patrick.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask a question.
Say that again.
I didn't hear you ask a question.
He did. He asked for.
That's
he
what
asked
that whole
basically the
conversation
same
was.
question.
Oh,
I look over to the midget and I ask Torin, "What's your deal?"
oh, well, I'm just an adventurer like you, out looking for adventure.
Speak for yourself.
Yep. And
So your dad was kidnapped or some shit?
Yeah, my father, he disappeared in the blink of an eye on the ceremony of passing, along with the Great Mall that was supposed to be mine.
Oh, so you're just looking for your shit. Got it.
And my father.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't know. Mine are dead.
Oh. I'm sorry. And at this point, Torin is like trying to scoot away all sneakily because he kind of has a strange.
He tries to pick up a conversation with the Colton because he doesn't know what to do anymore.
And so I like spin around super stealthily, and by super stealthily, I like look
I'm
like
staring
a
right at you.
And I go over to Brave and I say, "Hey, name's Torin. How's it going?"
Let's see if Colton learned from the last time.
It is going well. Thank you.
You're welcome, elf.
Do we have a problem here?
What?
Well, you just said thank you, elf. So I'm assuming you have a problem with me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you assuming?
Are you not an elf?
No, I'm a half elf.
Oh, well, pardon me.
Yeah,
It's
half
okay.
elf.
You're half right.
yeah, you're a half, right?
Would you mind if I called you Mutt Man?
I would be very much offended. Yeah, or no, please do not.
Oh, okay. That's just I've heard rumors. That's what us dwarves call, people like you. And
Smooth.
he's like looking around, trying to be like super nice, but he's just kind of socially awkward. Like seriously, my charisma is through the floor.
Solid.
Hey, so is mine, though.
-1.
Oh,
Is it negative? Wait, your roll, like your stat is -1?
his
No,
modifier
no.
is -1.
The
Okay.
modifier
What's your actual charisma?
9.
Oh, well, join the club, man. Yours is
Oh.
9 too, isn't it?
What?
Your charisma's 9 too, isn't it?
No, it's actually 12. So
Oh. Well, I know who's smooth talking us out of jail.
oh hell
Not
no.
us. Huh, all right. Where were we? He kept saying comments that were rather derogatory because he's so very awkward.
Yep.
But
He's very Josh.
Oh no.
oh,
I didn't
God.
specify which Josh I was talking about. That makes me legally
Yeah, but we all
sound.
know. Okay. So after several minutes, Ari emerges from the back room and says gleefully, "Ilverg is ready to meet you."
Who?
Yeah.
All right.
What was the name?
Ilverd.
Ilverd. I'm assuming that's
Ilverd.
I-L.
Illverd.
I was off by a second L.
All right.
I asked who that is.
He is the leader of the hand. You're going straight to the top.
Okay.
No, lucky us.
Well, we follow.
Okay.
Yep.
So the back room is a similar kind of cozy as the front room. There's a large drawing table in the very middle of the room. Atop the table is a large-scale map of Arturia with pins, flags, pieces placed upon it, and a gnomish Magitech lamp is hanging over the table, making the table specifically bright. Ilverd is a large human man. I've got a lot of large people, but he's a large human man. Bureaucratic clothing in a deep blue, giving him a nearly regal presence. And he says, "Welcome. Eri here tells me that you got him out of quite the sticky situation."
I should say so. We were kidnapped against our will and woke up in a cell.
Yeah, by a bunch of damn cultists.
Oh,
Yes.
I was gonna say this before, but on our way in, as we were walking, I leaned down and whisper to the midget, looking at you, that and I say I probably wouldn't do much talking if I were you.
Torin
I love it.
immediately. Hello, name's Torin.
to which I
Howdy,
just
Torin.
roll my eyes, saying, "Oh God."
Torin, it is a pleasure to finally meet you. Eri has always said very good things about you.
Oh, I know. I'm pretty wonderful myself.
Yes, I'm sure.
I haven't heard anything about you though, because I honestly just haven't really heard anything about you.
Yes. While we are accepted and loved by the people generally, the Hand is still a little bit of a secretive organization. We try not to bring too much attention to our actions
That
because,
explains it.
yes. Yes, so I am terribly sorry that you had to be kidnapped. I cannot express to you the shame that I feel that in my land I have allowed such a terrible group to take such a strong hold.
Yeah, sucks to suck. I'm kidding. I don't say that.
Okay. Cool.
Colton?
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, being the charismatic
question
one, you
is-
want to sweet talk him.
why
for
is
us?
everything all shrouded in secrecy? Why are you guys working in the dark? And why is it that this group wants to revive their supposed god?
Let's see here. Where is this one? We must work in secret because we have much more political hold in both Magra and Tirada than anybody would really care to know. I'm comfortable telling you this because Eri trusts you. And if Eri trusts you, I trust you. So that is why we must keep quiet about the other work that we do. We have been instrumental in maintaining the peace between the two nations. The group, I truly cannot speak as to why they are looking to raise their god, but rumors from up north go that their head priest, a man who calls himself Godcaller, found some kind of ritual mentioned in an ancient book to manifest beings from another plane. I hadn't believed it at first, but Eri and Joffrey were planted into the Black Rose so that we could figure out the true motives. And it seems that they are driven by fanatical devotion to the Godcaller on a promise of life and power and wealth. As for why the Godcaller wants to... where did his name go? Terith. I cannot.
All right. Do you know much about this? As you said, God Terra.
Oh, come on.
According to
Oh,
what
there we go.
little we still know of the old religion, Terith was a minor deity, some kind of dark god, eldritch god. We don't exactly know. The annals that may have once held the answers burned down near the beginning of this era. This was nearly 2,000 years ago.
So you guys are the real, or So you guys are a solid we work in the dark to serve the light type, aren't you?
That is one way to state it, yes.
No, I know we have your trust, but why should we trust you? Other than Ari over here saving our butts, why should we trust your group if you're going to be fighting in the dark?
Nothing is true.
So-
Everything is permitted.
They're not the assassins.
No, but you are
Well,
a group of.
I am a
witness-
rogue.
In truth, there is not much reason that I can give you without showing you why we are to be trusted. But if you follow our lead and help us, we will be able to take down the Black Rose. Because if they are able to raise Terith, who knows what they may be able to go on to do. If they can manifest beings from another plane, who is to stop them from bringing over many gods, many powerful monsters? We must stop them.
What did you say this guy's name was again? Not the guy talking. This was in character.
Oh, the cult leader?
Yeah.
The God Caller.
Wow. Derivative. Who came up with that name?
Probably him.
himself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
In truth, there is not much known. We truly do not have as much information as I had hoped. Eri was not able to make it past the Acolyte rank, and Joffrey attempted to escape, and he was killed, is my guess. He never made it back here.
Who?
Joffrey, Eri's partner, was planted into the Black Rose with
Oh,
him.
the other guy. Right.
Yes.
So what do you want with us?
I believe that it is not coincidence that you escaped from the Black Rose. I believe that your help would be invaluable. No, not just invaluable, but necessary to take them down.
What's in it for me? No, sorry, that's already been explained
Don't
and
ask
would be a bit
what's
too
in it
derivative.
for you.
I was trying to stay in character and that was derivative, so I'm gonna ignore that part.
I mean, I can answer you if you want.
No, that was answered. I mean, fate of the world, blah blah blah. You know, that's kind of a
Well,
stupid question, honestly.
But
your
the real
reward
question
would
is,
not just be knowing that you saved possibly the whole world, but you would be placed into a high esteem and very high rank within our, and you would be among the first to be called on if we ever needed help.
so, the question is,
Which basically would be a promise of a salary to kind of just hang out and be
No,
there.
I got that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
so what do you
Sounds
need
like
us
there's
to
good
do
money to
then?
be made.
I'll
Well,
I say
this
it
moment
to
in
myself,
time-
is what I should clarify. I say that more to myself than anything.
okay. At this moment in time, we are actually still gathering what we need to help you to take down the Black Rose. We believe that we are able to stall their obtaining of human sacrifices. We have placed other hand members around their area in the area that you guys came from. That was a really terrible throw in of regular English slang, but whatever. And we believe that we are able to stall their collection of human sacrifices. But at this moment in time, and possibly to help show you what we are made of and how we are trustworthy, there is a job to be taken right now, partly as initiation, and partly to help you earn the trust of our people. Because while I may trust you, not all of the members of the Hand would be so willing to follow you into a cult den trying to raise a god. But 15 miles east of here, there is a village by the name of Elderfell, and near there has been rumor of goblin troubles. If you would take this job, you would escort a wagon of supplies to Elderfell and meet with our contact there, and he would help to explain to you the rest of our plan.
All right.
All agree
Well,
on one condition.
I'd like to hit the market first.
On
Silver.
one condition.
Yeah.
What is your condition?
I ask if you remember hearing about a few years back, there was a village on the eastern coast of our world. I can't think of the name of the. Sorry, but there was a village. It didn't have a name, but it was a trading town, and it burned down because of competition to another. My family, Matcha and Morgan, are all missing. I asked that with working with you, that you help in search of these two.
That would be an honor and a pleasure and a small task. Well, the promise is a small task. The completion, we will have to see. But we will certainly put forward the effort. Yes.
All right. Thank you for that. I agree to work with you. Or I will agree to work with you. For now.
Okay, sounds good. I say we head to the market.
Yep.
Okay. So just as he hands you, or he hands Ari a slip of paper that has the location of the wagon and the secret word that would let the wagon driver know who we are. But he says that the wagon will be ready by morning. So at the rise of the sun, you may join. Or you can join up with Godfried, the wagon driver, and he will take you to Elderfell.
Okay.
So,
Torn is going to perform the Song of Time to fast forward.
nope. You guys are your party members wanted to roll to the market real quick.
Okay, well, Song of Time only.
Unless you would like to buy a mace off of me.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'll go with them to the market. Check it out. I mean, I only have like 10 gold, but whatever.
You had 70. You spent all that? I'm kidding. You know, because we all had to get new gear.
I already have new gear. Awesome.
Now you can buy it again.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, what are the wares for sale in the local market?
So, come back. No, come back.
You can
Okay.
win it on Kenny.
Let's see here.
The answer is nothing.
Hold on. I am bringing up. Okay. Oh no, that is not what I'm looking for. Equipment. There we go. Cool. So you roll into the market, and you see there's kind of, or you're as you're traversing the market district, Ari points you to a market square. This market square has because it's now closer to 5 p.m. Some of the stalls are starting to close down. but that seems to be fine. A lot of the stalls are farmer run, and they are mostly like vegetables and meats and that kind of good. But there are still several shops, such as like a weaponsmith, an armor smith. There is a guy. There's a shop that is bows and bow accessories. There is one shop of intrigue,
What is that?
which it has a crystal ball on its sign, so you can.
Gotcha. It's one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, whatever it is. It's
Okay,
it's
so we
intriguing.
have a weapon shop, a potion shop, a fortune teller-esque, and pretty much the rest
Yeah.
is farmers market stuff.
Yeah. There is an inn and tavern called the Scarlet Flagon. And yeah.
Tequila Mockingbird.
Tequila Mockingbird? No. Okay. So,
Since I'll probably have more interest in the weapon shop, I'd like to look at the bow shop first.
okay. So you walk in and
Shit.
hold on, I have to find my bit with names.
Oh, I was playing Ocarina at a time earlier today. I
Oh,
was
yeah?
having a great old time.
Were you tugboats? Or a
No, I
Majora's
wasn't.
Mask?
No, I worked all day, dude.
I know.
Me too.
Ha, same. Except, my day ended at 2 because it started much earlier than 9 to 5.
Yeah, my dude.
Yeah. So you walk in, and the door has one of those like jingly bells on it. So when you swing it open, it rings. And around the walls are bows. They're mostly of like really common wood, like common bow wood material. Long bows, short bows. There are a couple that are very, very small. Like a gnome wouldn't reasonably use this. It is so small. And then there is one that looks like it could be handled by a troll if a troll was smart enough to use a bow.
Trolls are really large or really small?
Trolls are huge.
Okay. I was thinking orcs, and then I thought, well, what's a troll then?
And orcs are also very large.
Yeah.
I mean, well, they're not like huge, but they are.
They're about
like-
6.5, right?
Yeah. But I mean, a troll would be like, they're like 6-7 feet.
But they're really
they're, like,
stupid, right?
Animalistic. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of times they're like animalistic. I'm picking like Skyrim trolls.
I mean, I'm picturing the one scene from Harry Potter because now I can't get that out of my head.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So somewhere in there, yeah. And it is an unreasonably large bow. But so the shop owner spins around, and he is wearing 2 eye patches. One
So-
over either eye, yes.
So, for the microscopic bows, I have to ask why.
Are you asking the shopkeeper why?
Whichever one gets me an answer, so I suppose yes.
So he flips up one eye patch and goes, "Well, you never know when you might get shrunk and need a really small. I've never sold one, but I make them a lot."
What's the general price range of them?
Well, let's see here. So for one of the tiny bows.
No, for a
Oh.
reasonable bow.
So a longbow is gonna run you 50 gold pieces,
Oh, don't have it. I got mugged.
or a short bow would run you 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, I still don't have that, and I believe I gave Colton mine.
Dude,
I know you
Does,
had one too. I'm joking.
does that shopkeep?
I do know that I can.
That shop,
What?
I was asking if that shopkeep had any throwing hammers.
He sells bows.
Throwing hammers.
Throwing hammers.
He sells bows, sir. Bows
Yeah.
and bows accessories.
Throwing and accessories. I'm sorry.
Arrow is an accessory.
Along
Yes.
one wall, along one wall is a rack of eye patches. Those are the bow accessories.
Oh my gosh.
I jokingly ask him if he makes a lot of side business on the eye patches.
If he makes what?
A lot of if he makes good business on the eye patches.
Not really. I can't figure out why though. And then he flips the other eye patch down and kind of turns back towards the wall.
To which I retort, "Yeah, I don't see why."
I can't either.
Without missing a beat. Okay, so I know. All right.
Am I reading quite?
So
Quick
I'm able to
question
forge
outside of-
simple weapons.
Sorry.
If I were to forge a short bow, which I'm proficient in, no, sorry, I am not. I am proficient in hand crossbows and simple weapons. A bow would be a simple weapon,
Please.
wouldn't it? Right?
A bow. Let's see here.
I mean, not a great bow, obviously, but
Right. Not a troll bow.
no.
A longbow is considered a
You cut out. Say that again. It's considered a what?
a longbow is considered a martial weapon, but a short bow is considered a simple weapon.
Okay. Martial is hand-to-hand combat, isn't it?
Martial is any kind of weapon that like you would need training to use efficiently.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
like-
see the connection now. Gotcha.
So like a katana or something like that would be more martial weapon, whereas like a mace is a simple weapon. Like you
Yes,
don't
it
have to
is.
be trained in how to use a mace. You hurt them.
As long as you don't overswing and hit yourself in the back. Been there, done that.
I mean, that would be incredibly hard to do with a mace, but I suppose.
I mean, if you miss hard enough and ricochet off the
Uh,
ground.
I guess, yeah.
Critical one.
So I just
So if I were to forge a short
I mean,
bow
you wouldn't
out
be
of
forging; it would be
I mean,
more whittling.
yes. Well, I mean, you don't necessarily whittle, but you do
Well, I mean,
notch. You
but
do
it would be-
notch
it would
them,
be in
so I'll
that
count
vein.
that.
Let me.
My
look
question
up
was:
the
is if I were to make
rules.
one later on, how decent or sub decent would it be? Because I definitely don't have 50 gold.
So let's see here. Do
you can also try haggling them down a little bit.
I could, but I'm not gonna really go with that charisma roll.
Because you
Thanks,
know,
but no.
I'm now.
Because I am good at rolling low.
Okay, so I just changed out my
Can you
feature. Can you
make-
guys hear me a little bit better now?
I would say so, yeah. Colton, you still alive?
Yeah.
aha.
Shit.
Hello?
Sorry.
Hey!
He's still alive.
I
Damn
think I
it.
lost you guys again.
All right.
Um.
Oh no.
So I'm granted one type of instrument, which I haven't actually determined. The one I wrote down was a suggestion because I was looking for ideas at the time. But if I were to find or come across an instrument and took it, could I just assign that instrument as my proficient? Yeah, no, one type of musical. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd let you do that. I'd let you decide.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Because I like the appeal of a guitar, but my goal was to have something small. So pendant ocarina came to mind, which is why I wrote that down.
Wait, what?
I said I like the appeal of a guitar, but that's very large, and I'm not a bard, so my goal was to have something small. So a pendant ocarina came to mind, but I wasn't set on it. The violin also has appeal, but it's still...
An ocarina isn't technically an instrument within D&D, but I mean, it's...
I just chose an instrument.
I'd let you. If you wanted it.
I could also choose a violin, but that still means I have to carry things.
He'd allow it.
I mean, and just because you're proficient in it doesn't...
That's true. You cut out, but I know what you were saying.
Yeah. I don't know why CQ Internet is putsy tonight, even though there's nobody here. It's me and one other person in this house.
Didn't you guys all go in to get your own?
No, we haven't done that yet.
Oh, I thought you guys did that.
No, not yet. Okay, so just as a thing, you could make a bow. You would have to purchase bowstring, which he would be. I'd say he would sell you a bowstring for 3 gold pieces, and then if you find wood suitable, and you made, let me pull up a character sheet here, and you made. There's not really a crafting skill, but
I mean, it says I can craft simple weapons, and if a short bow is a simple weapon, so I would think it would apply.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that if you took time, so like if you're camping and you take a watch, you could probably work on your bow during that time and finish it. You'd have to find suitable wood and then have the time to do it, but I'd say you could do it. Yeah,
I would say that would make sense, especially because we're going solid distances in strives, so camping is not out of the question at all.
Right? No, absolutely not.
I will consider the gold pieces and tell him I may come back later, because I would like to look at the other store as well.
Cool.
Well, while you're taking your turn, so is there a store like in this little section that I can buy a throwing hammer at?
Yes, you could from Botolf's Swords.
Torrin's gonna go there.
Cool. So you walk in. You walk in, and it greets you with the very comfortable and familiar scent of forge, because you grew up in the mountain, and so that's a scent and like a sound and a feeling that you are very comfortable with. And it feels very homey to you in there. Botolf is actually a dwarf, so so he knows how to make a dwarf homey feeling shop.
I'm gonna go up to him like, "Hey, fellow dwarf, name's Torrin."
Hello, my name is Botolf.
Are you a brother of the mountain, or where did you come?
Yes, I left the mountain when I was probably 130. Still a young dwarf. I decided to make my way out here, try and carve out a living in human society. That That's been a challenge. Human society is a whole lot of war. But here in Whistlerith, I've been able to avoid much of it.
Okay. I completely dropped character. Oops. Thorn's like just looking at him, giving him one of those noise looks.
Solid. Is there anything that I can help you?
Yes. I was in the market for a light throwing hammer.
Ah, yes, I have a rack full of them. And he kind of gestures over to a rack in the corner, behind which are some war hammers. There is one single large maul kind of looking weapon.
No, or like writing on the walls or anything, kind of pointing at like dwarven history or anything like that.
Nope, everything in this store he made himself, so there is not really any history to the weapons.
Okay, but there's no like tablets or anything in there.
Any tablets?
You're looking for a hammer.
I
No.
know. I'm just looking around for dwarven memorabilia type stuff.
Gotcha. No, he's been for about 20 years, and so he knows that for the most part, especially human adventurers and human people that are coming through his store, they don't really care generally about his history. He's taken to mostly just like making weapons and just selling exclusively his wares instead of showing pride in his heritage.
Oh, a dwarf without pride. Okay.
It's not that he doesn't have pride. It's just that he's learned that for business, it makes more sense for him to
showing it all.
just have his wares.
Okay.
So,
all right. I'm going to go over.
The hammers are 4 gold pieces apiece.
How much?
Gold pieces for the hammers.
4? I'm sorry. Did you say 4 or 40?
4.
4. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll take 2 throwing hammers.
Solid. So you can write those down as light hammer, with a damage of 1d4.
1d4
Yeah.
each.
Yes.
Well, obviously. Okay.
And then just as so you get your proficiency bonus with it if with a light hammer, which it's a simple weapon, so you would add your proficiency bonus to attacking with it.
Yeah, proficient.
Yeah.
I'm proficient in all weapons being a fighter, so.
Fair enough. And then yep. Solid.
Okay.
1d4 damage to throw it. Yes.
Awesome. Sweet. I love it. I'm going to go ahead and take myself down to 2 gold.
Oof.
Yeah. Worth it.
Anybody else?
I entered the same store as
Cool.
Ken. What's your character's name again?
Botolf.
Torin.
Botolf. Oh yeah.
Oh, Torin.
Torin.
Okay, so I entered the same store as Torin, and I greet the guy behind the counter. Hello, sir. My name is Brave LaFay.
Botolf. Botolf Stonehammer.
Nice to meet
I
you.
don't know
How
much more dwarven of a name than Stonehammer, but
No.
I know. I was really struggling when I wrote down Torchstone, but whatever.
yeah.
All right.
What are you looking for? What can I help you with?
I'd like to buy a short sword. How much do they cost?
Short sword.
Sword.
A short sword was going to run you 15 gold pieces.
Can you go for 9?
Roll persuasion.
Yeah.
If anyone can, he can.
Yeah. Oh, roll for persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. That's D20, right?
Yeah.
Shit, that's not working. Why did I do that? I have my things with me now. Okay.
Did you roll in Discord? No, you
Yeah.
did not. Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
you
rolled
can.
an 8
You can in this
plus a
Discord.
2, so
Roll.
that's 10.
Oh. Sorry, what was that? You rolled what?
8 plus 2, that's 10.
10?
Yeah.
I will go as low as 12.
As what?
12.
Alright.
What was the original price?
15.
Oh.
How much gold
Yeah.
do you have?
How about I throw in this dagger that I have on me
You piece
in
of
trade
shit.
for the
Hold on.
in trade for the short sword and the 9 gold.
You piece of
My
shit.
internet is crapped
Hello?
out for a second. My internet crapped out for a second
Damn it,
there.
did it again.
So all I heard was, I will trade.
He's giving you the 9 gold and my dagger.
And your dagger.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, my thing disconnected.
It did.
Yeah.
He's
I
going to
couldn't
go
hear
ahead and
anything
tell
you
you no. He's not interested in being a pawn shop for other people's work.
Oh.
Alright.
Colton, how much gold do you have?
9.
9, and it's 12 gold to buy it.
Yeah.
I can loan you a couple gold. I guess I can only get you to 11, but
Nah, it's fine. How does a wet floor sign sound for you? Let's just go hammer because I have that on me still.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I've no need for a wet floor sign. My store never has a wet floor.
No, but you can put it up as a gag. So that whenever someone comes in, they can see that it says wet floor, but it's so hot that their floor can obviously not be wet. So they're just left questioning while they're looking at your products.
No, I am not much of one for practical jokes.
Well, I thought I'd try. All right. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can come back a little later. I want to try to find someone to buy some of the red spool of cloth that I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oops,
Or actually, Kelso, did we turn those into backpacks?
We turned 2 out of the 3.
No. That was the cultist robes. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. We repaired 2 cultist. Yeah. Yep. So our cloth is intact.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a cultist
Yeah,
robe.
plus you
and an
didn't
accent,
actually, like-
and then a spool.
You didn't make any alterations to the cultist's robes?
They were mended though, weren't they?
They were mended, but you didn't alter them.
Right.
So you just kind of tied them into a makeshift pack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, that's right. They still became the sack. That's okay. Right.
Yeah.
Tying a coat around your waist.
All right. Well, I say to the dwarf behind the counter, thank you for this. Thank you for your time. I'll be right back and see if I can scrounge up enough gold to buy that sword off of you.
All right, friend. We'll see if you come back.
All right. Thank you. Then I leave the store and I walk out into the market. And were there any tailors or anything out there? Or at least anybody who'd sell like armor or clothing, kind of?
Something along the lines of a pawn shop.
There's a tailor's shop in the square. Yeah.
All right. So I walk up to that shop and I introduce myself, say my name like I normally do, and go from there.
Okay. So how are you going about trying to convince her that she should buy your cloth?
Well, essentially, I'll say to the person or the lady, essentially this is just red cloth that you can use to put into any of your clothing designs or anything like that in the future. I have 40 yards of this, and it's all 40 by 3 feet, it looks like, or whatever the measurements are for them. And I'd like to get at least 6, maybe 7 gold pieces out of it.
Okay. I'm not much of a one for doing female voices, so I will just kind of say what she says. And she says, roll for persuasion.
But why would she say that?
Sorry, no, I rolled, and then I was like, I should have check this roll against. So roll for persuasion.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry.
All right. I rolled 19.
Shit.
19?
Yeah.
Well, minus your 1,
Okay.
so 18 then, right?
No. I have a +1 for charisma. Oh, shoot. Yeah, +1 for charisma. So
Oh, that's right.
18.
We have -1.
18?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she grabs it, and whew, okay. She feels the cloth, and she tells you that it's a pretty middle-end quality cloth. Like it's definitely not high quality fabric. And she would be willing to pay 3 gold for the entire spool.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Okay,
Dang.
3 gold it is.
3 gold.
All right. So I hand off the spool of red cloth, and then I say thank you to the lady at the counter. And I walk back to Stonehammer's place and open the door, ring it, and be like, "Hey, so I got that money."
Excellent. The short swords are right over there. You can take your pick.
All right. Here's the 12 gold. Thank you, sir.
Solid. So add your 3, then deduct the 12, which should put you at 0.
Yeah, I have no
Cool.
gold.
Yeah.
The Decker's
Neat.
a D4. Broken plate is.
All right. And then short sword. What does that add?
So a short sword is hold on, back up. Plus, there we go. So that is 1d6 piercing damage. It's martial. So if you do not have martial weapon proficiencies, which you
I
have
do.
martial weapon proficiency, so you're good. So you can add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll,
Sweet.
and it does 1d6 piercing damage.
Awesome. All right. I'm good to go.
So quick question. So for my broken sword that I forged, not forged, fashioned.
Yeah.
So I added it to my app, and I basically duplicated dagger. So would that still be 1d4, right? Out of d6. Right, it's a d4.
Yeah, your broken sword is 1d4.
Okay. So in the interest of time, I'm not going to sell my spool. The only weapon shop in town was the one that they just went into, right? And out of, and into, and out of.
That's the only explicitly weapons shop. There is also, we'll say there is a not like a general store, but like a think like a pawn shop.
I'm going to go to the weapons store, and after talking to the guy, I'm going to see if he wants to buy a mace.
He is not interested in purchasing other people's wares.
Correct. That was why I remembered. Okay. So what wares does he sell?
He sells most basic weapons. He doesn't sell bows. He's got a selection of maces, warhammers, short and long swords, a couple of more like the bastard sword, claymore kind of size and length, and a of daggers.
Okay. So real quick, as far as throwing
and
daggers,
axes. He does have axes.
Okay, so as far as throwing the daggers, I remember we talked about it earlier. What did you, I should say, decide as far as when you roll for it? It wasn't dexterity, or is that what you went with?
So
What the check
throwing
was.
throwing a dagger is just roll.
Say that again?
It does. Throwing a dagger is just an attack roll.
Okay.
It's 1d4 piercing, and you get your proficiency bonus with it. That's, I don't remember discussing whether or not it was dexterity.
That
doesn't mean that we didn't. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I think the context was like being able to hit the target kind of thing.
Oh,
like hit the
if it
target
was
and
like,
then roll for attack or something.
Yeah, I think we were talking about, because that was in text chat.
It was.
And we were talking about the difference between like using
that
like
was the context of that was like if a necessity for throwing a dagger versus shooting a bow. That was
right.
the context, so I could see where dexterity came in. I just was wondering about for general using it as a
for
weapon.
General attacking, you just make an attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know where we landed on that. All right.
Yeah.
So I know that he sells daggers. So how much is that?
They're going to run you 4 gold apiece. Sorry, let me say that. They're going to run you 4 gold apiece.
Ah. And I am proficient in, where is that page? Where the
Oop, that's not the one I wanted.
where's
That's
the
not
weapons
what I wanted.
page? I had it somewhere.
You are proficient with simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords.
Okay. How much are his long
And daggers are
swords?
simple.
Right.
How much what?
How did the bow shop, I can't think of what you would call it, an archist? I don't archery shop, fuck it.
Oh, Huffy's Bows and Bow Accessories.
Yes, bows and bows accessories.
Uh-huh.
Did he sell hand crossbows?
No.
Okay, so straight up bows, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do his long swords run for something decent but not claymore level?
So a long sword is a martial weapon, and it would run you 15. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Markup. 17 gold pieces.
I'm curious as to why there's a markup as to what that means.
It's because it's a city, Kelso. There's a
Yeah.
markup because it's in a city.
That would make sense. Okay.
He gotta make that damage, or he gotta make that damage stat. I'm sorry.
You cut out a lot for that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said he gotta make that damage, and then I stopped and go. I meant he gotta make that profit.
Nice.
Because I was looking at the damage
Damage
stat
stats.
for a long sword.
Okay. So 15. I have 11. He's not interested in buying shit. Fuck. So is there anything between a short sword and a long sword?
Is there any difference between a short sword and a long
No,
sword?
and is there anything in between that's
Oh, anything between? No.
something better than what I have, but is cheaper than, but is more along the lines of that? Okay.
Long sword is 1d8, and a short sword is 1d6. So there isn't anything. There isn't a 1d7 in
Well,
between there.
I know there's
So-
not, but I meant like price wise, is there something in between that's better than a short sword?
Oh.
But is less land or equal to 11 gold.
Cost min 0, max 11. Is that what you
Max
said?
11. Max 11. That's what I have.
11?
Yep.
Cool. Filter equipment. Not
That's got to be super convenient.
Okay.
Hello? Nope. Okay.
Sorry, I am.
No, you're good. I just want to make sure I can still hear people.
Yeah. What? Sorry, looking through this. Oh, it's in alphabetical order. That's good to know. Go. Simple. Let's see here. Yeah, no, there's not.
Okay. That's cool. Would a stave be a simple weapon? Or would that be martial?
Oh, let me get rid of.
Because I mean, I could see it as being martial, because I guess that would make sense.
Well, it would be a staff. A stave and a staff are more or less the same thing.
Well, stave is the plural
so-
of staff. Or,
What?
sorry, staves are plural of staff. That's what threw me for a loop. For a
Oh.
second. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what I
that
mean
makes
is
sense.
a staff that's not magical.
Right. So a quarter staff
Quarterstaff.
So
Thank you.
basically
That's
just a
it.
stick.
does 1d6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
But it is versatile, which means that you can swing it one-handed or two-handed. If you swing it two-handed, it's 1d8.
Okay. And can it be used for defending and blocking? Which is what brings me
I
to
would
the
have
martial
to
question.
I would have to learn the rules on on blocking. 5e blocking. Oh, there is blocking, parrying. Okay. So, from what I am seeing, it doesn't look like you can really block. Yeah, there is not blocking as a mechanic. So,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move on because he doesn't really have anything I want. I'm gonna turn the turn over to them, but meanwhile, I'm gonna look for someone who can buy my mace because I had
Cool.
no
So
intention
you
of
can
keeping
go.
it.
You can go to the pawn shop type thing. I don't have a name for it.
That's fine.
I
I'll
just
I'll
decided.
head over there, and then during my travel, I'll end my turn because that's long.
Cool.
It's been 2 hours and I haven't even gotten to fight anything yet.
I know, dude.
Someone should have been
Sorry,
here
Kenny,
the first
this
night. We killed 3.
Torin is running out of the city straight towards a sheep.
Straight towards the
What?
what?
He said the sheep,
Towards
didn't
a
he?
sheep.
Towards a sheep?
Towards a sheep. Or the first animal he sees outside.
No, he's looking to pick a fight with an animal.
Here, let me
I
roll
walk
something.
out and watch this occur.
Let me roll something to see
He was
what
intrigued by
animal
the
I'm
running
finding
dwarf and
by.
said,
Get
"Where is he off
distracted.
to?"
You're in the middle of the market district. And then there's the housing district. And then it's woods.
Ooh,
This town, at least to the northwest, doesn't have a whole lot of farming. It's mostly supported by the villages around it. As far as like farming and stuff goes. So within the span of the rest of the day, because 7 p.m. Yeah, you are not going to
7 p.m.?
find anything. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to, or Torin is going to. I don't know. Go to bed. I guess there's nothing left to do.
Okay. So, Airy pops back in. He's kind of standing in the market square, now mostly empty. Some people still wandering around. A couple of the shop owners have started closing up all the way, and he's out in the square. And when he sees you, kind of looking around, Torin, he approaches you and tells you that Ilverd has purchased everybody their own room in the Scarlet Flagon, which is the inn in that square.
Awesome.
So if you want to go to bed, you are more than welcome to.
I am going to work my way over to the Scarlet Tavern.
Scarlet Flagon, cool.
That too.
It's on the way there. It's fine. He's gonna stop in for a pint and then go stop for a pint.
Yeah, I walk into the front door, and is there like a bar like right inside, or is it just straight in?
Yes, it is. There is a bar. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to walk up to the barkeep and ask how much a drink is.
So the bar maiden looks you up and down and says, "For you, Torian, 10 gold."
Oh, well, Missy, How about 2 gold?
Torin, last time we let you drink, you started a brawl and you cost us 100 gold.
Well, it brought attention to your bar, didn't it?
Only bad attention.
How about a water then?
Water I can do. And she fetches you a glass of water.
Thank you, ma'am.
You damn right.
And I sip on my water.
Sheepishly.
I'm like, man, this would taste a whole lot better with a pound of yeast and aging. While I'm sitting at the bar, I'm gonna just take a look around, see if there's anybody to see or what's going on in the bar.
The bar is pretty crowded. There is a bard off on the stage, like a small staging area, playing actually a very familiar dwarven drinking song, which should bring heartache since you're not allowed to drink.
Poor.
At this point, I'm just pissed.
Oh no!
He's just sitting there drinking water, saying "fuck you."
Torin.
Well, I mean, the bird didn't know that you were.
Torin reaches over the bar and just grabs the first bottle of something that he sees.
Torin reaches behind the bar.
Yep, just super sneakily, as sneaky as a dwarf can be, and just grabs a bottle.
Tiny arms.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
Stealth check. Is that a D20?
That's going to be with your dexterity modifier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but all checks are 20.
So that's an 8 or 9.
Okay. The barmaiden, Anne, she sees you reaching behind the counter, and she grabs a kitchen knife and stabs it into the counter directly next to your arm, and says, "The next one will be much closer."
Sorry, I was just reaching for my hammer. I dropped it. And I slowly slip my hammer behind the bar and drop it in front of her.
Knowing full well that it won't.
She picks up the hammer. Hold on, I'm gonna roll this for myself. This is more of I'm deciding what she does.
And hits me over the
So
head.
she picks up the hammer, taps it into her hand, and she says, stone hammers work. This is very nice. I think I'll keep it."
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Kenny.
Dude. Not cool.
Oh.
You're the one who dropped it behind the counter.
Yeah. Sounds like the barmaiden's getting hammered tonight.
Son of a...
If he does, it'll be from Anne, and it won't be any kind of pleasant.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna forget all this and go up to my room. I'm having a real bad day. They're playing a dwarvish tune. I don't have a ball. My dad's gone. Gosh, I'm on a mission with 2 idiots.
Hey, I'm not the one who dropped my hammer behind the counter and got it mugged.
Yeah, that's true.
Others?
Bad feels.
Nothing against you guys, though.
No.
Not at all.
Others,
I don't know.
Torin's going to bed. So
Torin is so going to bed. I'm hoping this is all just a bad dream.
It's not.
Oh man.
Cody, what are you doing? You walked into the.
I went to the other one, right? The other shop.
You went to the pawn shop type place, yeah.
Okay.
You walked in.
I'm gonna say
right
he's interested in buying the
before
mace.
he went. Right before he was leaving the counter to go lock up the door.
Oh, that's gonna work in my favor so much. Yeah. I mean, I would still argue it's like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, no, it's like it's like 7.
It's 7
right now.
Well, I'm gonna see if he still wants it. Would you like to buy a mace? It's not how I talk, I swear.
Running around sounding like a gnome.
He goes, I'll give you 3 gold for it.
I'll ask him if he can do 5.
Roll persuasion.
What happens if I get a really low ball number?
Just roll.
Damn it.
What did you roll?
13. Plus a so -1 charisma puts it at 12.
This is actually a rather nice mace. I suppose I could probably sell it for more than that. 5 gold will do.
Done. Hard done.
He rolled a 6, so
Yay.
Looks like I'm not the only one losing my weapons tonight.
I'm
So-
getting something for it. I didn't want it.
add your 5 gold.
And subtract a weapon.
I got something for. I got
Okay,
something for mine.
So that's that. What's he got?
What does he have? Let's see here. He's got on top of an assortment of like ropes, and he's got some damaged but not clothing, weapons like
Cut out.
daggers and a couple of short swords.
How much are the daggers?
Got the daggers. Let me find it here.
Are they
Dagger.
actually damaged, or are they just there?
I mean, like, as far as their aesthetic, like, for flavor, they're damaged, but they would function exactly the same.
Okay.
He's selling them for 6 gold.
Pass.
Yeah. He has, like, you know how in a lot of, like, thrift stores, they've got that counter, the glass counter that has the jewelry behind it?
Sure.
So he's got one of those, and in it he's got a selection of like necklaces and rings, and a couple of them are propped up to try and show them off more, but they are all like 300 gold pieces for this ring.
How's it doing in a pawn shop?
He is trying to make one hell of a profit.
I gotta say, I mean, you go.
Hamo
go for it, man,
is
whatever.
he's trying.
He's trying hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt he.
He probably doesn't
got
understand. He probably doesn't understand like market competition stuff. Like the fact that he's selling used daggers, gold, where you can go to Botolf and get a brand new dwarven crafted dagger for 4. He's raising his prices because he's running out of money.
He is struggling, which is only even worse
Yeah.
for business.
Yeah.
How much for the rope, and how much rope?
I would say that you could buy a. Let's see here. Rope. So you could buy hempen rope, 50 feet for 1 gold piece. No, sorry, 4 gold pieces. Or 50 feet of silk rope for 20 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't need no silk.
Yeah.
4 gold for 50 feet. So, because I have no idea, what is the pricing on that considered?
Was that a question?
That was a question, yes. I'm saying, is that
I
exorbitant?
mean, so
Is that-
standard equipment price is 1 gold.
Okay, so yeah, so that's a 400%
Well,
markup.
it's 400% markup,
Yeah.
so you know.
I'm gonna move along.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna nope on that rope.
Okay, yeah.
But hey, I sold
The
amazing,
nope
got a
rope.
decent amount of cash. I'm trying to remember what it was I was going to
Yeah.
buy at the other store that is clearly now closed.
At this point, Botolph's Swords is closed.
Yeah. What was I going to buy? Oh, was it a dagger? Was that what I was buying?
You were looking at swords.
I was looking at swords, right? And it was 15 for a longsword, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna head to the bar because I got kicked out of all the shops.
Yeah. Scarlet Flagon.
Now, as far as catching up time-wise,
Colton, what have you been doing?
What happened to him already been? Has that already transpired, or am I seeing that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, because you were walking to Hamo's goods while
Okay.
Torin was going into the Scarlet Flagon and got basically crapped on by the bomb.
Barmaid, yeah.
He really did.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna
so
heckle
Colton
him. That sucks.
Right. No, it was more than just crap.
doing-
She like
So we're
She
backing up
disemboweled
to
you.
7 p.m. for Colton.
Sorry, what?
Your turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um.
Not that it's particularly turn-based, but you know we've
Yeah,
kind of been
that's how
going
we've been
around
doing it.
figuring out what
It's-
everybody's doing.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So I go to the Scarlet Flagon or
Cool.
Flagon, however the hell you
Yeah,
pronounce
Scarlet
it.
Flagon.
Yeah, and I go up to the bar and I look around to see what's there.
I mean, what are
Or
you
first
looking
I
for?
ask for- What?
What are you looking for?
Anything out of sorts for what would be there in a bar,
It's good phrasing.
like a hammer, stone hammer.
Roll perception.
Damn it.
What did you roll?
Shoot, perception. So
if
I have
you
a
do
bonus
see
of
a hammer,
+4 for my perception, which is also wisdom, so that's a +2, correct?
Let's see here. So you are
So my-
proficient in perception, so roll +4.
+4? Wait, he has a double.
Yeah, because he gets +2 to his wisdom, and he's
Oh,
proficient, so he
okay.
applies his +2.
Okay, so that's an 8.
An 8.
Yeah, I doubt it.
You notice the hammer behind behind the counter, but you know it's a bar in the middle of a city. While the city is generally peaceful and friendly seeming, you know you never know what kind of hooligans you'll come across. So a barmaid with a hammer doesn't seem out of place. But you do notice the hammer. Besides that, it's just a bar.
All right. So I wait for the barmaid to come over, and I ask her for water.
You ask her what?
for water, which I know is free.
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like learned it a couple times.
She gets you a glass of water.
Yep.
And she's like, "What's up with all these guys asking for water?"
Cheap SOBs.
Yeah. So while she's pouring the water, I ask her if there's a bunch of, or if there's ever any problems as to, or not problems, but I'm not good at being charismatic. I ask her if there's normally problems with the guests being drunken, and that's what the hammer is there. I don't know.
Oh. So specifically mentioning the hammer, she goes, "Oh, a guy that I know dropped it behind the bar, and I'm holding it for him to teach him a lesson."
I see.
You hear like angry grumbling coming from the room right above the bar.
Thin walls.
That must be him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the drink.
Okay.
I'm going to head to bed.
Did she specify Dwarven?
No.
Okay.
Hello?
Does Colton recognize the hammer? Because he was
Damn
in the
it, I
shop at the
lost
same
you
time.
again.
No.
Okay.
What?
Because you guys
Oh.
were not in the store when he bought the hammers, so
I was under the impression Colton and
Yeah, Colton was in the store.
Colton was in the store at the same time as him. I was under the impression.
oh, was he? Oh, okay. So, I mean, he may have been able to like recognize it as a Stonehammer hammer,
but
it
at the same time,
like
But
Botel
that was his hammer,
Stormhammer's
yeah,
shop
I can
is
see
right
that.
across the circle from hers. So, you know, it's very plausible that she also has a hammer bought from him.
yeah, it's not ridiculous that I'm the first, hooligan to be in her bar.
Yeah. So,
No.
No. Yeah.
But I am the one stupid enough to try to take a bottle with her like looking right at me.
I mean,
also,
the sad part
that
is
is
you
definitely
didn't try
not
to
an
throw your
awful
hammer
good
on the other
action.
side as well and pretend that you dropped it. You probably would have kept the hammer at least and just gotten scolded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she what was I thinking of? Right, nope, it's gone. Whatever it was that I was thinking of is gone.
We were talking about how Colton was in the store at the same time, but that he wouldn't actually recognize it as his hammer.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't recognize it as specifically Torrens. He just got the hammer. There's no like battle markings on it or anything. There's no really specify that it was his. So,
Torrin.
also, just as a side note, Ken, that trying to steal a bottle of liquor is definitely not a lawful good kind of action. So,
it was just in the moment. My song was going on.
He got swept in
It's
there.
been a bad day. Like I couldn't afford it.
yeah.
Every good guy's got a breaking point.
Yeah, but for lawful good, yours is pretty low.
Yeah, apparently. Okay,
I'm sorry,
so,
man, but you sure?
So Colton is in bed. Cody just came in, got water.
I'll
I
stick
didn't
to
get
it
water.
a
I just
little
walked
bit.
Oh, you didn't get water. You were heading over there. Sorry.
Yeah. So now I
Okay.
am there, and
Yes.
I'm going to also do a perception check to see what looks out of place and who looks like they have anything of interest.
Okay, go for it.
Shit, every time off the table. Steak. Fuck. Since my bonus is a 7, I still managed to roll a 10.
Your bonus is a. What do you mean by your bonus is a 7?
My perception check is a +7.
+7.
I have a +3
That
wisdom
cannot be right.
and a double proficiency.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
And
So
you
I
double
roll a 10 off
proficiency
of a 3.
perception. Jeez.
Gosh, dude.
I told
Okay.
you, dude. I was like,
Yeah,
perception
no,
was
you
going to be
don't
my
notice
main.
anything more than Brave did. Brave did, sorry.
Babe.
So
So I
What
What
noticed
is
the hammer
wrong
then?
with you?
yeah, you notice the hammer, but same thing. You know,
I
like
wouldn't know it's his. But on the other
Not
hand, I'm
even
a
a little
klepto.
bit.
So it raises the
but
question.
it is on the opposite side. Like it is. So if the bar counter and then her walking space, it would be on the opposite side of the walking space from the bar counter.
So that would be quite hard to reach. Wait, how did Colton even see it then?
Well, it's on the counter. It's just
Oh.
like on
You'd
the
have
back
to walk
counter.
past her to go to look at it.
Right. You would have to go behind the bar, which she would be not very happy with you for. And she might put the first mark in the hammer.
She might put a dent in it. Or me.
Well,
Well,
I mean, it would be you making the dent, but it would be her swinging it.
I think I'd be the one dented rather than the hammer, though.
That's true.
I'm going to move
Your
on,
teeth
and I'm
might
going
mark
to
it.
observe the people.
Okay.
Do I roll
So-
again, or are we going off of that?
We'll just go with the 7. Oh, it was a 10?
Yeah. 7 was
Got
just
it.
my adding.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Which is friggin' ridiculous. That's obscene.
It's great, though.
Let's see.
My goal was to be a
Oh, because
very
you have a
perceptive
plus
thief.
3. You have a plus 3 wisdom modifier.
And a double
Gotcha.
and a double perception bonus, yeah.
Right.
Proficiency.
Yeah. That I knew. I just wasn't sure what your modifier was.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10. I don't know. You turn around from the bar, and it's pretty crowded in there. 40 or more people. They appear to mostly be locals. Nobody's like carrying anything in particular. Really common city clothes. The bard is the most outstanding person there, but that's just because they're up on the stage with
They're performing.
a couple of lamps pointed at them, and so like they're being highlighted.
I'm going to look for a drunk who might have a small amount of cash on him that I may bump into.
Okay. I mean, it's getting kind of late in the evening. You're in there at
Precisely.
30, so it's pretty reasonable that there would be a decent number of people that are substantially inebriated, which I will look up the stat modifier for being drunk, 5e, because that's actually a thing, kind of.
What, a debuff for being drunk? I would assume so.
Okay.
You cut out. I only got was A.
Oh, I just said okay.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. So roll sleight of hand.
3 again, son of a bitch. Which brings it up to 9.
Jeez.
I have a +4 dexterity and a +2 sleight of hand.
Gotcha.
What's
Okay,
your guys bad at?
What'd you say?
So what
I
was it
wondering what
again?
he was bad at.
What am I bad at? I am not charismatic. I am a 9. I mean, I rolled for my stats. My dexterity is a 19. That I leveled up, so that helps.
Yeah.
What talk
That
about?
doesn't affect your stats yet. So what was it again? What was your roll?
9 total.
Okay. So I roll with disadvantage, meaning that I roll 2 d20s and take the lower, which
Come on. Come on.
The lower was 19.
Oh, you're kidding me!
No, I rolled a 19 and then so
Guys,
he's
I feel like my die is rigged.
hold on.
I rolled 3 twice. He rolled 19 twice. I'm not certain anymore.
Okay, Kenny, high or low?
Hi.
High? Okay. Well, I just threw that on the floor. Where did you go? Screw it. I'll just grab one of my other D4s. D4.
Oh my gosh!
You
Okay.
rolled a 4.
No, I rolled a 1.
No,
So,
I rolled a
9.
4. I used Discord to roll and he gave me a 4.
Oh, but you were rolling a D20. I was just rolling a D4.
I wish I was rolling a D4.
So
It's rigged. man. It's rigged.
So it's not even so much that he noticed you trying to pick his pocket, as he's swaying drunkenly, and he bumps into you, which substantially knocks your hand away from being in his pocket. And he just kind of turns to you and puts his hands on your shoulders and is like, "This song is so good!" And then he throws up on me.
He throws up on me.
Ooh,
Yeah, he throws up on you.
right all over you.
Well, there goes my blending in advantage.
Yeah,
I'm going
so
to
no.
go wash up upstairs in my room
Okay.
and call it a night because I have not had a successful day of thieving.
Cool.
Not really.
So, nobody took any damage, so we don't have to worry about that spell slots. So,
Just
it is
just
considered a
Kenzie
long
go.
rest. Yeah, no, just a D20 to Ken's ego, which was 5. It only was 5 to Ken's ego.
Hold on. Let me roll this so you guys really know what's going on.
Okay.
D20. Yeah, no, I got the natty 20. I am pretty much
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's fine.
Oh well.
So
Negative 1 HP to for psychic damage.
cool. So, do you guys want to keep going? It is 8:30. Well, it's 8:30 here, which makes it 10:30 where Ken is, and I think 9:30 where Kelso is.
Correct. I am
So-
fine. I feel like that's up to Ken.
Yeah, if you guys want to
Yeah.
keep playing, I'm slapping myself to stay awake.
I don't want you to make yourself like not be well. So
Yeah, I should probably get off then because I said I'd be
Okay.
making some people breakfast in the morning.
Got it. Okay.
I rolled on
Well.
Discord again, and it gave me a 1.
Let me
threes.
show you how to.
And then digitally got a 4 and a 1 and and I swear if Discord gives you something good, I will. Okay, he gave him a 5.
Okay. So we will end it at you guys going to bed. You guys are all sleeping. Take a long rest. So your egos are fine. You're also
You are cutting
And-
out hard.
oh,
Yeah.
you guys took a rest, and that is where we
Yay.
will call it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Ken, I gotta call this. I gotta call this some bullshit. I told it to roll 5 d20s. 5, 6, 4, 5. Oh, thank God I'm not the only one.
63531.
Why is no one getting high numbers?
I know. It's rigged.
Oh, it doesn't understand math.
Roll 3 4d6. Yeah, so you'd have to do the 4d6 3 times. Okay, guys, come on. 3 4 1 1.
Oh, I see.
I don't think I've seen anyone get higher than a 6. And that's out of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35-ish. So we'll call it 40 rolls.
Oh, I got a 9.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can't do it that way, Colton. It'll count it as spam.
Well, it just freaking
It gives you 1.
lag.
Cody, I don't know if you've stopped the recording yet, but you can stop it.
All right.
Hey, I got an 18.
Goodbye, people in the recording.